violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get into the video.
So this afternoon, investigators announced an arrest in the murder of a former college football player. David Booker is one of 3 suspects who is accused of playing a role in the deadly attempted carjacking of Brad Coleman.
Guys, can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see the devil in this super gremlin's eyes? Pay attention. He has the knife tattoo like 21 Savage. So maybe he's a part of their gang and what they have going on. Who knows? Tattoo under the eye. I'm gonna just tell you right now, these super gremlins with face tattoos are on demon time.
Channel 2's Michael Seiden live now in Gwinnett County. And Michael, do we know if police are close to arresting any more people here?
So, George, as you mentioned, the breaking news today was the announcement of those arrests and charges of one of 3 suspects. Again, it all happened in the parking lot of that Quick Trip. But tonight we know police are still looking for 2 additional suspects. Just days after Brad Coleman's mother made this emotional plea for justice in front of family and friends at a candlelight vigil.
And the people that did this to him, we pray to God and we believe the God that we serve that they will be brought to justice.
And, you know, thankfully they were caught, and, you know, all be the glory to God. But this was the Atlanta police who found this super gremlin, or the Gwinnett County police. You know, you could say, oh, God worked through them. He moved through them. That's fine. But give the credit where the credit is due. I'm tired of y'all talking about this defund the police, bashing the police, pigs in the blanket stuff. And then when they catch the super gremlins who murder your family members in cold blood, you're giving the thanks to God instead of the police department who found the super gremlins who killed your family. I mean, obviously you give thanks to God, but y'all need to be thanking the Atlanta or Gwinnett County Police Department first and foremost.
And that they will pay.
Gwinnett County investigators have answered her prayers. On Thursday, authorities announced the...
You heard what he said. Gwinnett County investigators have answered her prayers. Okay? So that's who you need to be praising and thanking. Obviously not worshiping them, not idolizing them, but giving thanks. You know, maybe bake them a pie or something. Like, I don't know what you got to do to thank these officers, but y'all need to stretch your arms out. The community needs to stretch their arms out and thank these officers who are doing the jobs that people in the community don't want to do. They don't want to tell on nobody. They don't want to give no statement. They don't want to be on no paperwork. I mean, it's ridiculous.
The arrest of 20-year-old David Booker. The Stone Mountain man seen here in this photo was arrested Wednesday night for his alleged role in the attempted deadly carjacking that took the life of this young father.
Just an awesome dude, an awesome father, awesome friend, an awesome brother. Like, they really took something really important from the community.
Coleman had been in town visiting his young daughter when he stopped to put air in his tires at this QT. Police say Booker and 2 other guys pulled up next to the 29-year-old, attempting to steal his car. Coleman tried to fight back, and that's when police say one of the suspects started shooting, killing the entrepreneur who had been building a clothing brand.
They probably could have asked him for something. He probably would have gave it to them. That's what they don't understand.
After graduating from Norcross High School, Coleman went on to play college football at Southern University. He also spent time coaching at Peachtree Ridge High School.
He's a pillar. He's going to be, the void is going to be very, very hard to fill. But I can guarantee you that he's up there smiling down on us.
Yeah, Brad's cousin also told me that about 2 weeks before his cousin's death, they talked about organizing a big family reunion. They have a lot of family members from all over the country. Obviously now family is in town for a funeral, but he says they will do their best to honor his memory this weekend. We are live in Gwinnett County. I'm Michael Seiden, Channel 2 Action News.
Shooting tonight outside of a neighborhood grocery store. Atlanta police telling us that this all began in front of a store at the corner of McDonough Boulevard and Moreland Drive. However, the man who was shot, as of this hour unidentified, then made his way roughly 4 miles north to a fire station on Boulevard Southeast. The shooting victim was in serious condition at the scene, but then later died at a local hospital.
Yeah, but breaking news for now. Atlanta police are investigating a deadly shooting inside a Southeast Atlanta grocery store. Police say that 2 men were arguing inside the store on McDonough Boulevard when one shot the other. Channel 2's Larry Sproul, he joins us now live. And Larry,
She cold.
you're at a nearby fire station where the victim was actually taken after all of this happened.
Now, this fire station is about 4 miles from that shooting, and police say that someone came by and dropped him off right across the street at that fire station right over there. He was taken to a hospital where he died. Now they are looking for that shooter. Atlanta police blocked off this Tanner's Corner grocery store on McDonough Boulevard in Southeast Atlanta Sunday night. They're focusing on what happened inside the store around 5:30.
On arrival, they saw blood and evidence that a person was shot at the location.
Lieutenant Jermaine Dearlove with Atlanta Police says there was an altercation between 2 men inside the store when shots were fired.
And advice to all my brothers out there. There's you can't argue with these super gremlins. You can't go back and forth. Just keep it moving. If you have to, call the police. But there is no winning an argument with a super gremlin, okay? These people cannot have intellectual conversations and keep it moving. They can't have heated debates and keep it moving. They have to get violent. Because you proving them wrong or you making a point that is contrary to their belief is a hit to their manhood. And it's viewed as disrespect. It's viewed as disrespect. And black men don't take kindly to disagreements. I'm going to tell you that right now. This is not me personally. This is just within the diaspora. Okay? We see it time and time again on this channel, and you can't tell me it's not true. These super argumentative gremlins are on demon time.
Victim's mother was on scene, stated that the victim was involved in a dispute at the store. Shots were fired, and he was subsequently shot.
During our interview, we heard more gunshots nearby. Police tell me someone drove the...
And while they're doing the interview, these super gremlins do not cease the demon time activities. I mean, you cannot make this stuff up.
Interview, we heard more gunshots nearby. Police tell me someone drove the victim to this fire station on Boulevard Southeast, which is about 4 miles from the shooting.
From there, he was transported to Grady, where he succumbed to his injuries.
This is the latest example of gun violence in our city.
It looks like escalating disputes are an issue for our community, and sometimes we should not look to let the gun be the answer for these incidents.
Now, police are looking for the suspect.
As of now, we have a black male suspect with a red shirt, blue jeans.
Oh, that's going to be easy to find.
Don't believe this is a random incident. I believe it looks like it was targeted, perhaps an earlier dispute that escalated to the store location.
And Channel 2's Larry Sproul joins us back live from that fire station in Southeast Atlanta. And Larry, he mentioned a brief description there at the end of those suspects, but do police have any more leads at this time?
Well, right now they are still looking through potential security video at that gas station. They are also interviewing witnesses who may have saw all of this go down. They're asking anyone with any information to call police.
It had to be startling for all of those witnesses. Larry, thank you so much.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
Now to a developing story. A woman who was on the road to beating cancer lost her life to something else.
Wow.
Gun violence. Police say a feud between neighbors ended in gunfire. And Channel 2's Tom Jones is live in Clayton County in Morrow. And Tom, police are working to find out what this was all about.
A feud between neighbors. This is in Clayton County, Morrow, Georgia. I'm gonna tell you right now, these super gremlins are out of control. We are breaking all of the commandments. Honor thy neighbor, man. I mean, this is why nobody wants to live in these neighborhoods, man. Because you can't even get into a disagreement with the person living right next to you.
And Leonard, the wife of Jae Bellamy, also wants to know, what did her wife do or say to make their next door neighbor pull out a gun and shoot Jae as she sat right there in one of those chairs on her front porch? Shant'e Bellamy says her wife was beating cancer but couldn't beat a bullet.
Cancer was almost trying to beat us down, and we wasn't going to let it.
Shant'e Bellamy says she and her wife, Jae Bellamy, refused to let cancer beat Jae. Jae began to change her diet and was becoming her old self.
And she was gaining her strength back. She was starting to dance again.
Now the dancing has stopped. So has Jae's heartbeat. That's after police say her neighbor, 37-year-old Jamilah Garcia Lopez, shot and killed her July 28th at the Bloom at Morrow Apartments. Shant'e says she was heartbroken when she got the news.
So it looks like this is a sister who was killed, if I'm not mistaken. Let me run that back.
Or say to make their next door neighbor pull out a gun and shoot Jae as she sat right there in one of those chairs on
sister
her front porch. Shant'e Bellamy says her wife was beating cancer but couldn't beat a bullet.
Cancer was almost trying to beat us down, and we wasn't going to let it.
Shant'e Bellamy says she and her wife, Jae Bellamy, refused to let cancer beat Jae. Jae began to change her diet and was becoming her old self.
And she was gaining her strength back. She was starting to dance again.
Now the dancing has stopped. So has Jae's heartbeat. That's after police say her neighbor, 37-year-old Jamilah Garcia Lopez, shot and killed her July 28th.
And I know her last name is Lopez, but that ain't no burrito gremlin there. That ain't no burrito gremlin there. Let's go back. The cornrows, the complexion, the super sister gremlins are on demon time.
Lopez shot and killed her July 28th at the Bloom at Morrow Apartments. Shant'e says she was heartbroken when she got the news.
I just broke down because I lost my best friend.
Police say the next door neighbors had been involved in some sort of feud as Jae sat on the porch. Officers say Lopez shot multiple times, killing her.
And what did I tell you guys? When the women are out here shooting, it's over. It's done. It's done. It's over. I mean, there's nothing else to say. The community, it's a wrap. You have women out here shooting other women. Now the super female gremlins are beefing. Make it make sense.
Lopez now faces malice murder and aggravated assault. When the judge told her bond was denied, she wanted to know why.
Why am I denied bond? Because you're charged with murder.
She thought that she was going to get a bond. This is what this this so-called racist criminal justice system has taught these super groomers that you can do anything that you want and get bonded out. And she was probably gonna take out the other sister as well if she did get that bond. I wouldn't put it past her. And I'm surprised the sister judge here didn't let her out, because we know how these sisters are just letting everybody go.
Because you're charged with murder.
Shant'e doesn't know what triggered the violence. Her attorney says he has started his own investigation.
We want to make sure we understand how this happened.
Shant'e just wishes the gun violence would come to an end.
Because losing someone is not the best feeling at all.
And she says she wishes that what they called gun violence would end. But we all know over here we call it super gremlins on demon time. And this is what I'll say. Not trying to assume who she voted for, but it all ties in together. Okay? You're not going to see BLM at this apartment complex protesting for this young LGBT sister here who was kicking cancer's ass. So shout out to her. May she rest in peace. But you're not going to see BLM. Okay? You're not going to see anybody who is... They may not even be able to get their GoFundMe lit, because they didn't mention it in the news article. So it always amazes me how these sisters don't really understand the gravity of who they're supporting politically, the ideologies that they take on. Let me tell you right here, nobody is oppressing these women who are in this complex in Moreau, except the other black men and the other black women. Okay? So what you have to understand, this is what you've got to get through your skulls. It's absolutely ridiculous. It needs to stop. But like I said, there is going to be no community or communita outrage, because, you know, the communita is pretty much just a figment of our imagination. There really isn't any black community. It really isn't. It's every man and woman for themselves.
Wow. And Bellamy says her wife was a bright light who loved life and loved to dance. The judge told Lopez that only a Superior Court judge could set a bond for her. We're live in Clayton County in Morrow. Tom Jones, Channel 2 Action News.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.